Okay, apparently that button was anti-shake. So it must be the other button that does changes the monitor size thing, the one above it. So I've got it on focus at the moment because I thought that would be more important than zoom. I suppose we'll live to regret it, I suppose, later on. And what the heck? Oh, that's spaghetti spray stuff. But I thought I'd just walk down here. Gee, I believe that's the Astroloma asteroides, but yeah, interesting. But hopefully you're picking up a much bigger image now. And if I go point and pause, and maybe go back and pause, point and pause, and we'll walk along. And so basically what I want to do is get the sort of the wider angle I see. I want you to get the true to life colour I see, and you'll see as we go through the season and compared to old clips, you'll see the landscape change very rapidly once the rains continue. I'm hoping we'll get the photograph. Here's the soil for you. Hopefully that will help you for your cultivational aspects. It's like a silty clay. And we'll go along this pathway here. So, as I said before, you know, I get the impression, if the scientists know their stuff and they say every time Chile gets a flood, we get 10 years of El Nino, we just come on the back end of a millennium drought, which I don't think actually ended, and I think we're going to go straight into another one. If the information the scientists have been telling us over the years, and all the documentaries I watch about El Nino, La Nina between South America and Australia is true. It might not be true. They may be working on a false theory, but you know, if their theory is true, then what that is suggesting that they've had the worst flooding in 80 years is our millennium drought hasn't ended, and it's just going to flip over into another 10 to 15 years, and it's going to become like a 35 year extended El Nino drought. But can you see? Oh, hang on. Here we go. They just come out, and I don't think they've even opened. I think we might actually find the first flower of the season out here. So now that's strange because the season started 6 weeks earlier, ran through the season about 3 weeks ahead of time. The season now is sort of with the rains coming, has sort of come 6 weeks early to 3 to 6 weeks early sort of thing, and yet the flowers are late. So what does that say? Do these plants actually know something we don't? And they're really telling us, yes, we're going to go into some really strange times. You know, what with the rain over in Chile, worst in 80 years. These plants, because they should be flowering like mid-March through April towards the third week of May, which is when all the rosette is out and is most resplendent. These are late, and yet the rains have come early, which is very strange. Anyway, I'll just check over here. You might want to get some vistas out there, I don't know. See. Hopefully you can toggle it up to full LCD screen box or whatever it is on. But you can see the rain we've had. It's been heavy enough and wet enough to actually get muddy paw prints already, you know, in the space of basically 2 days. And you can see this has got quite damp too. As I said, we thought that area there got dug out, if not last season, the season before that. There were some nice plants in there. I don't know, someone's taken them. Probably it could be school kids, you never know. You know, they get to that certain age and suddenly they get into CPs and they don't realise, to them it's just a sundew. They don't realise it's a reasonably rare sundew. Or as one of the Victorian members said, what did he say? It was something rare, locally common or something, some generic phrase like that, which I thought, yes and no, half and half. But anyway, time to start a new clip, I think, and maybe I'll just to finish off, because I said I've only got a half an hour window here today, and I'm on the way to exchange some cans so I can get another card so I can do another trip, assuming which might be a card and a half, like half of this card and a full card or something like that. And of course this is out now, but we'd just gone over to daylight savings, so it's basically nearly 1 o'clock. So I've got 5 minutes. Okay, we'll do another clip walking out here along the track, and that will be it. But at least you get to see what it's like as we head towards the third week of May, and this will change, especially if we have any more rain overnight. It will change extremely rapidly. All this moss will, like all these big patches here, all these are going to green up. That's going to go a dark green. That's going to go like a verdant green, and all the, you know, all the hypnum, which is the, I suppose, our Aussie equivalent to sphagnum in a way, especially when you get like the middle of the season, and you can almost see the water in between the what we call it, leaflets. I don't think that's the word for them. But yeah, as you can see, it's going to green up, but I would have expected it to green up more. Maybe obviously this area didn't get the rain that we got. Not the same amount. Anyway, I'll start a new clip on gas bagging too much. Oh, and basically, I've just looked at the monitor. It says 6 minutes 14 seconds, so I can actually time. Now looking at the monitor now, I can time exactly for 8 minutes, which is as we've learned out over the years, the past few years, 8 to 12 minutes is about the best time for a clip. Just long enough for you to get into it, not long enough for you to get bored with it too much. Well, I don't know. That's just my personal thing. It may be different for you. I like 4-hour videos, you know. That's what I like. And I've got some sort of ant was going up my Crocs there for colour comparison. Okay, let's start a new clip.